Hi folks, I'm here with a Nintendo NES Advantage that I've managed to pick up a couple of months ago now, I think. And it's a tabletop joystick and it's designed for the original Nintendo. And yeah, it's a big chunky, really quite heavy thing actually. And it's got the standard controls that you would have on the ordinary NES control pad. So you've got your D-pad, or what would have been the D-pad, your A and B buttons, start and select, they're all there. But in addition, we've also got these two turbo buttons, and what they do is they're rapid fire for each of the A and B, and you control the speed of that with these dials. It's got a slow button, which is a latchable switch as well, and that mashes, I can't remember if it's either the start or select button, whichever one it was that was used for pause. Anyway, it mashes that and it gives you a slowdown of the game to potentially give you an advantage. And you can switch between 1 and 2 player too, because, well, we've actually got 2 plugs. So you plug it into player 1 and player 2 and you can switch between the two. Yeah, cool. Don't know if it works, haven't tried it yet, because there's one thing I want to do for it first, and that's sort this out. Yeah, can't be playing it with it making that noise. So I thought we'd tear into it and have a look, see if there's something we can do about that. Yeah, let's get into it. So how do you come apart? 2 screws on the bottom. Do we have any more under there? Probably. Let's have a look. I'll be as careful as I can with this because it's in such nice condition. Oh yeah, there are. Okay, I can stick them back down later, that's fine, but I can get them off if I'm careful without any damage. Do you know what? Why don't I just push a knife towards my hand? That would be a good idea, wouldn't it? Aha! We're in. Okay. Presumably this is the bit that's making all the creaky noises. No, it won't be. It'll be this bit, beg your pardon. We need to get this board out, that board out, and we'll clean everything up while we're in here. So, how? Can I? Oh yes, I can. I can unscrew that. Cool. Do they? Yes, they do. Right, and I've got 2 little locking nuts in there as well, so they'll need to come out. How? Let's see if this will do it. Yeah, they're going. Right, let's deal with the creaky bit first. So I'm seeing 4 screws. Oh yeah, I mean, that's quite dusty and dirty, so that would explain the scratching noise. Probably a bit of lubrication is all that needs. Underneath, what have we got? That, the actual shaft. And a great big spring. Yep, that can all be cleaned. So what have we got? There's pivots. Operates these 4 little plungers, which I assume we'll just remove. But maybe not. And pivots on this, which is quite grotty. Okay. Let's come back to that. Let's get the rest of this out. Okay, let's get this main board out. So I've got a screw here, 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 and then 3 here. Is that 3? Seems to be. Yeah, I think so. Let's get this cable out. There we go. And yeah, I can lift the whole board out now. Lovely. That's what we want. Okay, so what have we got? We've got all our switches and dials. We've got the typical carbon backed little buttons which make contact on these pads. Everything's just a little bit grotty, so I'll just give everything a little squirt with some compressed air. Get the filth off. And then I'll give it a little rub with some IPA as well, and I'll get some contact cleaner in these switches and in these potentiometers. Okay, I want to get inside this and clean up the pads, and there's 2 clips either side. If I'm very gentle, they should pop out. Yep, that went. Yep, yeah, so it's your standard little carbon backed pads, so they'll all need cleaning. Do you know, I always find it really handy just to clean the back of these pads too. So again, just a little bit of contact cleaner. And you want to be a little bit gentle with these, they're quite fragile. Lightly clean them. Okay, so these are the creaky bits. So it's a ball and socket affair. And I think that's the bit that was making all the noise. And if you look at it, well, first of all on this bit, it looks like something's been spilt in it. And it's all sticky and crusty and disgusting. And this looks like it's got some dried up lubricant. So this will need cleaning out, and that will need replacing with something. So I will get a toothbrush and get into that with a bit of IPA, I think. In fact, do you know what? No. I want to use a bit of soapy water. So I'll bring you back when they're clean. Okay, in fact, you know what? While we're at it, let's put the whole case in some soapy water. So, remove all the buttons, which are actually quite clean. But you know what? While it's apart, let's do it. Yep, that can all go for a bath. Ooh, shall we reassemble? Yeah, let's do it. Okay, lovely. Right, let's get this flex cable back in actually, so we're not straining the cable any more than we need to. Excellent. Right, let's get this control stick reinstalled. So, what have we got? We've got a spring that needs to go that way. That will drop through. Do you know what? Before we do any of that, let's put a little squidge of silicone lubricant on there, just a tiny amount. Just to stop any of the squeaks. In fact, let's do the other side. There we go. Let's reassemble this board. So, they go in there. Excellent. So that's back together, feeling good. Let's just put a little squidge silicone on that. This is going to be the awkward part. It all needs to go back together like that. So I need to get this in. And I need to put some pressure down on that spring. Like that. So I can hold that down from the other side. That can then screw in. There we go. Right, so that got rid of that squeak. Yeah, I mean there's a little bit there, but it's a lot better. Yeah, I'd say that's okay. That's live-withable. Okay. Right, let's get the rest of it back together and then we'll test it, I suppose. Alright, let's give it a go. See what it does. If I can do it around the camera. Well, it works. So what does the slow button do? Yeah. I'm going to say that might be better on other games than this. It's just mashing the pause button. Do you know what? Personally, I think I actually prefer the gamepad. But, well, that's me. If you like your arcade games and the feel of an arcade stick, I think this is the controller for you. So the two leads aren't labelled for ports 1 and 2, but player 1 has a white stripe on it, and that's how you identify which is which. Yeah, seems to work. And presumably, just flicking this switch, if you're playing a two-player game and player 2 needs to take over, that'll... yeah, I mean, that's doing nothing at all now because it's only a one-player game, but yeah. That's how that works. So here's how that turbo button works. It's not an auto fire as such. I mean, you have to hold the button down to activate it, but clicking it in and then holding the button down, you'll see the light pulse. And then if I turn that dial up, that's going to get faster and faster. And that's how you control the rate of fire. So rather than repeatedly mashing the button, you switch this on, you dial it into the speed you want, and you just hold the button down and it'll auto fire for you. Neat little feature. Okay, so there you go. There's a look at the NES Advantage. I hope that was interesting to somebody. I'm going to leave this here just to say, as always, thank you very, very much for watching. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.